GTA 6, where you been, my friend? We're waiting for a trailer, it's a means to an end. Rockstar's got us hanging like a heist gone wrong. Been years since the last one, man, it's been too long. We're stuck in Los Santos driving around. Imagine a hero shooter where the hero never showed. Imagine a game with a player base that just refused to grow. A 5v5 hero shooter with gameplay that's just okay. And characters that remind me of Tupperware and white bread. No, I'm not talking about Overwatch. Please stop bringing up Overwatch. This game is not Overwatch. It's actually something else. Imagine a game with a story that no one watches. A game that costs $40 that Sony totally botches. It has all my favorite characters, like Lemmy, Dawn, and Craig. At least, I think that's what their names are. I never bothered to check.
I'm vibing!
Concord like the grave. Your legacy is safe as a game that no one played, and a price that no one paid. Boop-a-doop-ba, deep-a-doop-da, scoop-a-boop-ba, beep-beep-beep-beep-beep, phlegm. Concord was about as good as accidentally peeing on your own leg. Concord, we're here to lay you to rest. We know you tried your best. You copied so much cool stuff just to turn out lame in the end. I'll never forget my favorite moments, like when Hot Sauce Guy jumped. Remember when he jumped? That was really cool. A rat just ran by on my desk, and even the rat didn't want to play Concord, even though I blessed him with the chance. The $40 he could afford, but the rat just stared on in a trance. Rat, 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 rat. Concord's dead. Rat, 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 rat. Concord's dead. The Costco guys made more money than you. They were just on Jimmy Fallon too. Imagine Lennox being on Jimmy Fallon, because I literally can't. The rat on my desk is eating all my Cheerios and grapes. And also Concord is dead. Concord like the grave. Your legacy is safe as a game that no one played, and a price that no one paid. Rat-a-ta-ta-beep-a-da, boop. Skim, milk, rat, fleek, doo-da, doo-da. A guy said he really liked it, and then a bunch of rats ate his face. That's the sound he made when Concord passed away. I wish things turned out different, but either way I'm getting paid. Concord's dead, Concord's dead, and boy is my face red. When the game came out, everybody overslept. Concord's dead, Concord's dead. Holy crap, Lois, Concord's dead. When the game out, people played everything else instead.
Shout out to the chess club.
Cause I'm real, shooby-doo.
I'm
Fast
vibing!
travel through my heart. I booted up my PC back in 2006.
16 times the detail.
Met a guy named Martin, man, his chin could break bricks.
We're aiming for a controversial 7 out of 10.
Dedrick gates were open and I saved Kvatch that night. But these days, Todd Howard can't script a game right. I miss the wacky guards yelling, "Stop, you violated the law." And mud crabs with tood like they're flexing their claw.
But something's wrong
I'd
with the
stroll
game.
through the shivering aisles, high on
on skooma and dreams. Now Starfield's got me mining space rocks and jeans. Back to the oblivion, baby, where the quests were weird and gravy. From Shiogarat's cheese to Lucian's ghost, it had more charm than Todd could ever post. Yes, Starfield's big, but it's dull and gray. I'd rather close an oblivion gate today. Now listen here, Todd, you silver-tongued crooner. You sold me lies smoother than a Khajiit moon sugar dealer. You see that planet? You can go there. Yeah, I went, it sucked, it's just a rock and despair. I want my persuasion wheel, my glitchy horse on a roof. I want that beggar with 6 voices telling me the truth. Make the liar had more insight and flair than all your procedurally generated air. Back to the oblivion, baby, where the gates were hot and the jokes weren't lazy.
I'm vibing.
Yeah, Skyrim was fine and the mods were neat, but Oblivion's heart had a weirder beat. So Todd, my boy, if you're hearing this song, bring back the weird and don't take so long. Doo-wop, Daedric pop, Martin Septim never dropped.
We're aiming for a
But
controversial 7 out of
Starfield
10.
made me stop playing. Oh, Todd, please stop.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to another day filled with gaming, news, discussion, booze. I don't know. You don't know what's in this coffee cup, but I'm here. We're going to have a good time. We're going to chat about it. It's going to be a good time. How are you guys? Who's laughing now? Yeah. Somebody on the Discord. Hold on. Somebody on the Discord. Somebody on the Discord posted a sound bite. Was that in... Oh, guys, do you know where that was? In the Discord? Oh, here it is. There was... Hold on, I gotta turn it up.
Kneel before Todd.
Kneel before Todd. Also, somebody made this. Are you kidding me? Hold on, who was it? Yeah, here. Mr. Sandman, also known as Dad. Are you kidding me? This is why you need to be in the Discord, okay? You get this stuff. Luke Ross painting Todd in MS Paint. It's so good. It's so good. My body. Almost just died, man. Oh God. Anyway, how are you guys doing? What a weird day to just wake up to some crazy news. But excuse me, by the way, forgive me if there's like some little bit of hum. I'm cranking the AC because I once again made the mistake of working out this morning and I'm running hot. How was Orange? It was good. Burned like 900 calories. Ran like a 5K. It's a whole thing. But yeah, now my body is giving out. It's only a matter of time before it collapses. Xbox price increase with all the games and the GTA 6 delay. Yeah, dude, like just when it rains it pours, I guess. When it rains it pours. That's how it is, man. Yeah, I mean, we're going to talk about all of it. There's also okay, this is funny. Luke, we're just going to put a nice little load screen right here and another here and more right there. Happy little loading screens, just dotting the horizon. It's just a happy little load screen. Happy little load screens all over the place. There we go. Oh, Todd. Praise be. May his details shine upon you. My goodness. What a day. Yeah, and for anybody that has been gifted a membership, by the way, I'm just going to say this at the outset. Okay, you guys have been crazy generous. I'm going to read all super chats and stuff as we go through this. But if you feel the urge to give me money for whatever reason, which you shouldn't because I'm doing fine, but if you feel the urge, do it through memberships so we get more people in the Discord. Give some memberships to the community. Then we get some of these people that aren't able to like afford the membership themselves. You gift it to them. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's do it that way, okay? And then everybody wins. Then it's not just me getting money. Everybody else also gets something, which is baller. I think that's the way to do it. Same on Twitch. Like, no need to send me a tip or whatever. Just like gift subs so people can join the Discord because we have a good time over there. That being said, also shout out to the barista the other day who was a fan. That was kind of crazy. It was funny. I went through to get a cortado and handed him my card, and he's like, "Oh my God, it is you." It's like, oh, awkward. It's like, I thought it was you. I thought it was. I wasn't sure, but my name is on my card. So he's like, yeah, no, it is you. Okay. It was funny. It's, for the record, if you ever see me in public, just say hi. Just say hi. It's way, way more awkward if you like stand in the corner, because this is how it usually goes. People will be like, oh, I think that's Luke. And they're over here. And they just kind of look at you. And then they check their phone. Because they want to like see if it actually is me. That's awkward. That's awkward as hell. Just say hi, okay? Just say hi. Like this guy did. He just said hi. Just do it that way. It's way more awkward if you're like, I don't wanna intrude. Just say hi. Way easier, okay? Anyway, you guys are awesome. Thank you for being here. We're gonna have a good day today. Lots to talk about. Real quick, Nerdy Giant, thank you for the 5. A lot of talk is going on, supportedly, a Chrono Trigger remake or something Chrono Trigger related is happening. Ooh. I know some people, I've never played through a whole Chrono Trigger, but I've seen streamers do it, and I know that the people who like Chrono Trigger love it. So, but that'd be a happy day. Happy day indeed. Justin, thank you for the membership as well. Over on Twitch, Erlimokalari. I'm going to give myself an 8 out of 10 on that one. Thank you for the sub. Thank you. That's wonderful. It's going on at Gamescom Latam right now in Sao Paulo. We'll have an event today and just have live with indie games. Oh, so we might know. Borderlands from State of Play news coming. I mean, did you guys watch the State of Play? It wasn't really a State of Play. It was like a showcase or whatever they called it. I don't remember. But what did you guys watch the Borderlands thing? Was it good? Was it good? Let me know. Let me know. Let's see what else we've got. Oh, in case you're looking for a phenomenal deal right now, I just saw this come across my desk. I had to tell you because this is bada bing, bada boom. This is a pretty good deal. A bargain. Dustborn. Limited retail edition. Available for $9.11. So yeah, there's a joke there somewhere. I'm not gonna look for it, but there's a joke there somewhere. Oh, give me just a second, guys. I just have a call coming in real quick from my manager. So I'm gonna pick this up and make sure everything is bonita. But I'll be right back. Give me just a second. It's just my manager. One second. If he calls twice, it's usually because there's something exciting happening. So give me just a second. I'll be right back.
Fast travel through my heart. I booted up my PC back in 2006. Met a guy named Martin, man, his chin could break bricks. Dedrick gates were open and I saved Kvatch that night. But these days, Todd Howard can't script a game right. I miss the wacky guards yelling, "Stop, you violated the law." And mud crabs with tood like they're flexing their claw. I'd stroll through the shivering aisles, high on skooma and dreams. Now Starfield's got me mining space rocks and jeans. Back to the oblivion, baby, where the quests were weird and gravy.
Okay, I'm back. Don't worry. It is a cool thing. It is a cool thing. I don't know if I'm allowed to say what it is, but it would be something potentially even you'd be aware of later today. That's kind of cool, like an interview kind of thing. So,
you sold me lies smoother than a Khajiit moon sugar dealer. You see that
oh, I love this.
You can go there.
Yeah, I did. It sucked.
It's just a rock and despair.
Okay. Yeah, I did. It sucked. Oh, that song speaks to my heart. It really does. Anyway, let's continue catching up on these real quick. Sorry for the little interruption. Huckleberry 1836, thank you for the sub. We're popping off over on Twitch. Amatke, thank you for the sub with Prime as well, with a hype train getting going. Oh, baby. Steel Tiger, thank you.
$19.99
Christopher, damn you.
Chat.
That's so much. Thank you.
Now that GTA 6 is coming in May 2026,
so will we.
What does this mean for the Max Payne remake? CEO of Remedy said Rockstar is handling all marketing and trailers for Max.
Oh, it cut off. For Max Payne remake, at this rate, it'll be done before GTA 6 releases. I mean, they might put it out in like the early spring, like January, February, March, something in there. Because right now there's kind of a hole there for Rockstar. But I'm kind of wondering if maybe Mafia gets booted to like the October timeframe now. Because they like August always seemed like kind of a rushed spot. But if they're going to just boot GTA back, maybe they boot Mafia back to like October, November, give that more marketing, more effort if it's like really, really good. Because you know me, I love me some Mafia, and I would love for them to get back into the groove of things, like back in the good old days. So maybe. But I think stuff will move around. Absolutely. So it's possible that they move that forward, then they put that out in the early spring, or maybe they just boot it all back into the fall. Who knows? But thank you for the 20. Very generous. Also, Loop 67654. I'm not dyslexic. Shut up. Thank you for the sub with Prime 10 months. Ooh, baby. Acorneth. Thank you for the sub as well. Acorneth sounds like the name of some sort of demonic spirit feared by squirrels everywhere. Does it not? Kind of does. Mr. Dragon Man, thank you also for the 5. How many release date trailers do you think we'll get now since GTA 6 is delayed? A lot. I mean, I had heard rumblings that there's like probably a solid handful of games that a couple of them we've heard of, but have kind of since been forgotten a little bit. And then a few other just downright surprises that will be coming up by the end of the year. And I think that they were waiting to see what happened with GTA. And now that GTA is like, it's happening, and we know when, I think we get a flood probably around Summer Games Fest. I don't think we find out in the next like day, but probably soon.
Donated $10 through Super Chat. Since Xbox, Nintendo, and soon Sony are increasing prices, do you think Valve, Steam will save gaming with their low prices? Possibly with Half-Life 3? So happy to be a PC gamer 18.
Yeah. I mean, I think the odds are I don't see Steam like all of a sudden getting crazy greedy. They've had a monopoly effectively for a very long time. Yeah, there's Epic Game Store and there's options like GOG, but Steam far and away is the biggest fish in that sea that is PC gaming. And they've stayed grounded relatively. I mean, they make stupid money, but they still are probably the most pro-consumer platform right now. And that's not even like really up for debate. You look at the sheer volume of sales, the size of the sales compared to other platforms like PlayStation, Xbox's store, especially the Nintendo eShop. It's not even close. I mean, it's not even close. Steam is the best platform for buying games. And I think it'll stay that way so long as Lord Gaben stays in control. If he sold it to like Amazon, we'd be screwed. But as of right now, everything is okay. Everything is okay. But yeah, I think we're okay. I think we're okay for now. But yeah, if anything, one of the interesting metrics from those gaming reports that came out a couple of weeks ago that we looked at on stream was that PC gaming is one of the few markets that's growing significantly. Consoles aren't growing compared to previous generations, hardly at all, if at all. And but PC gaming is growing at a pretty steady pace. And I think that just signals that a lot of people who are interested in like more premium gaming, they aren't satisfied with the offerings of like premium consoles like PS5 Pro even, so they're just looking elsewhere, and PC is the way to go. And now that all of these PlayStation games are coming to PC, Xbox games come to PC, like it makes the most sense. Obviously not everybody wants PC gaming. A lot of people like the console experience, you know, playing on your couch, but PC is definitely growing, and it's going to be bigger and bigger of a deal moving forward. And I think the most interesting thing is that we've seen so many of these publishers that used to have their own launchers abandoning them and coming back to Steam, which is crazy. Like Ubisoft, probably the biggest one. They used to be like the most hardcore sticklers that, nope, we're launching on Ubisoft Plus. You're going to like it, and you're going to log into your account 15 times because we're not going to remember that you logged in. And that's just what it was. But then with Shadows, Star Wars Outlaws, they're walking all that back, doing Steam day one launches, trying to build up that rapport with Steam gamers more. And that's the way to do it. Apparently a pretty significant margin or significant portion of the AC Shadows sales were through PC on Steam. It's almost like if you put your game on a platform people are on and like, they're more likely to buy your game. Who'd have thunk it, right? Imagine that. Can you believe it? This is crazy. This is madness. Okay. Gosh, Outlaw's not like this. Yeah, dude, for real. 77 Brigade also, thank you for the sub over on Twitch. Thank you, my friend. Limits Breaker, thank you for gifting a membership also to the community. That's fantastic. Ashen Warden, thank you for the 5. Hey Luke, love the vids. Do you see any surprise game releases this fall slot? Not that GTA, or now that GTA 6 got delayed. Also, I just paid $4 for an espresso. Yikes. Dude, you're telling me. I also paid probably about that same thing for this. This is just like espresso and then like some oat milk. A little bit of brown sugar in it. It's good, but it's stupid expensive. This is after I made a separate coffee that I have in here. So I'm all kinds of caffeinated. You probably can tell. Is this a puppy cup? Kind of. It's about that same size. I think this is the cup they use for it. I think. It's gonna
John Russo donated $10 through Super Chat. Do you think the game price increases will get rid of the 7 or 8 out of 10 game? To me, it seems like people will only want to spend money on the top-tier premium AAA priced games as time passes.
I think it'll make the 7 and 8s way less profitable. And my prediction for a long time has been that, you know, people have asked, is there a gaming crash coming? And I said, I think it's already happened. And I think it's in that AA, low AAA third-party space. So like the Saint Row reboot style games, the Forspoken games, those like $100 to $200 million AAA projects that nobody is aware of, nobody's heard of, nobody's that interested in. I think the risk factor for these big AAA projects are just so high now because people are so picky. If you're going to be a massive AAA game, they want like true AAA quality. And so I think you'll see much less of those, but you'll see like doubling down on projects like Expedition 33, projects like, you know, even like smaller big scale stuff like a Returnal, which was comparatively very cheap to make. KCD2 was really cheap to make. So I think you'll see a lot of those types of projects creep up. But I think the age of like tons of AAA 80-hour games, everything is open world, everything's trying to be The Witcher 3, I think that era is gone, which, you know, I don't think that's necessarily bad, because those games that we were getting that we won't get anymore weren't that great. So, you know, it just makes sense, I guess. But yeah, I think, you know, people are like, oh, with the price hikes and everything, is this a gaming crash? I think the better description of it is a correction. I think that's the better description. Yeah. The numbers didn't make sense for like 5 years, and now they finally do kind of make sense, and so this is how it's gonna go. Also, I figured out why X wasn't working for me. You remember on stream, like Wednesday, Monday, I was having problems where if I opened something, it wouldn't load any comments, wouldn't load anything. It's because, and it would happen on Chrome and on Opera, didn't matter. And if you're having the same problem, just be aware of this. It was the like dark mode extensions I had installed. I turned them off, everything works fine. But if you have the dark mode extensions, X just breaks. I don't know if it's like some sort of anti-bot thing they have that they just don't like you messing with the code of the site when it loads in. But yeah, when I turned that off and uninstalled it, all of a sudden the website worked just fine on both browsers again. And what actually made me think of trying that was on my other Windows profile, my personal one, X wasn't having any problems, but I didn't have that dark mode thing enabled. So I was like, I wonder. And I uninstalled it and all of a sudden works just fine. So there you go. Is Expedition 33 game of the year now? I mean, I think now its odds skyrocket. The odds of Expedition 33 winning it were already pretty high in my view, but now they are very, very high. It's gonna be tough to take it. Real quick, let me catch up on these. Christopher, again, thank you for that 20. That was incredibly generous. Judson, thank you for the 2. I've been playing Arc Raiders. It's intense in solo. I just played it with some of my college buddies last night, actually. Yeah, we had a pretty good time. I think the difference, and we'll talk about it more on stream here in a little bit if we have time, but yeah, the difference between Arc Raiders and Marathon is like night and day. Paul Tassi wrote an article just saying, yes, Arc Raiders makes Marathon look bad because like it is basically a full game already. And it has like so many things that Marathon is like, we'll eventually bring it. Eventually we'll get there. It's just stupid. They need to delay it. They really do. Carboxylated, thank you again for the 10. That was very generous of you as well. Thank you. Anti-Parzival, thank you for the membership. Thank you, my friend. Eric Cave, thank you for the 5. Is GTA just delayed because it's not finished? How can it not be finished after 12 years? Oh, Eric, have I got something to show you? Just a second, we'll circle back to it. And then Target Lock, thank you for that super chat. Just you wait till Yote. PlayStation 5, the best. Well, if we're like most of the time, Game of the Year contention and nominations can be estimated based on Metacritic scores. I don't think Metacritic necessarily points to the best game, in my opinion. Often, like, it gives you a good idea of the best games of that year, but you shouldn't let, like, just, oh, highest Metacritic score, it goes to that, because then you're going to give it to, like, weird, stupid Nintendo games all the time. But I think if you look at broad, like, Metacritic scores, Ghost of Tsushima landed in like the low to mid 80s on Metacritic, like a B-. At the time, it was critiqued a lot for being too repetitive and being very similar to Far Cry in its structure and layout. And a good number of reviewers thought that was a weakness. And PlayStation's recent track record with sequels has not been overwhelmingly successful. Games like Spider-Man 2, which a lot of people felt was kind of like a bleh after the second. Yes, that is the technical term. And like, I think Ragnarok is the exception. Ragnarok I thought was really, really good. But you know, other than that, some of their recent attempts at like spiritual successors, sequels, like they've kind of been like solid. Like Forbidden West, like it's not bad, but I don't think it really cranked it up a level. So we'll see what happens with Ghost of Yotei. My guess is that it probably lands in that like mid to high 80s range, but does it meet the same level of masterpiece as like Expedition 33? That I would be surprised to find, personally. Excuse me. Personally, it is kind of repetitive, to be fair. That's kind of what I agree. I love it. I love
Christopher Burnett
Ghost of
donated
Tsushima, but still.
$9.99 through Super Chat.
Thank you, Christopher.
I should have seen the GTA 6 delay to May of next year so they can time it closer to the PC release, and then 12 months later we will all buy it again on PS6. Including me rolling on the floor laughing.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest, all of us will. We all will. We're gonna be like, I hate you, Take-Two, take my money. I hate you. Stop doing this to me. Yep. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Thank you for the 10. Very generous. And Bubba, thank you for the 5. With the Xbox prices going up, do you think they'd lean on the "this is an Xbox" marketing, since you technically don't need an Xbox? I mean, they already are. And like, I've seen a lot of people that have been pointing to these price hikes and being like, Luke, PlayStation Now, they've killed it. As of this moment, yeah, I don't think it makes any damn sense to buy an Xbox. I'm just going to be real. Buy a PC if you're spending this kind of money, especially when you factor in like additional controllers and like a TV upgrade for a lot of people. Once you get to that range, look into a PC or like high-end PlayStation. I think that's a better route. However, give it a few weeks, and I think PlayStation is going to crank their prices up too. If you think that PlayStation is looking at this and being like, well, it's now time to keep our prices low and be pro-consumer. No, I don't think you've been paying attention to the last 5 years of PlayStation, okay? They're going to crank the prices too. They're going to announce that they're going to be also going to $80 for AAA. That, of course they're going to. And they're going to blame tariffs. But let me ask you a question. There's like been some reporting today that you know, Trump and China are potentially negotiating or open to negotiating about a trade deal, right? Which is why the stock market's gone crazy. My portfolio today is up like 14%. I'm not even joking. It's a good day. It's also why I'm happy. But do you really think they cut the prices once the tariff goes away, once the trade deal is signed? Do you really think the Xbox drops back down to 500? No. Get out of here. Of course not. Okay? So they'll blame the tariffs. But the moment the tariffs are gone, they're going to be like, you're talking to me. Something about tariff. I can't hear you. I'm sorry, I'm busy. Like, it's so stupid. But they're going to blame the tariffs when it's convenient. And then the moment that argument doesn't work, they'll get real quiet. Okay. So PlayStation's going to seize the opportunity to also crank the prices up, increase the margin. And then once a trade deal is signed, they're just going to like shut up and move on, you know, and that's just going to be what it is. So of course they're going to follow suit. Of course. But yeah, I mean, you can see all this stuff. Yeah, the price hikes. We did do a stream clip yesterday when I wasn't streaming. We clipped it real quick. So I talked about it there, but yeah, I mean, it's just major price hikes across the board. And the thing that always bothers, maybe not bothers me, but the thing I find funny is every time there's a price hike like this, people are like, can you believe they're doing this? Microsoft's a $3 trillion company and they're raising prices like this. Can you believe it? I'm like, yeah. Do you know why they're a $3 trillion company? Because they do stuff like this. If they didn't, they wouldn't be worth $3 trillion. So no part of this is surprising, okay? Let's be perfectly real. I'm surprised it didn't go up more, frankly. I'm shocked by that. But of course they were going to do this. And of course every other multi-billion-dollar corporation is going to do it because they're not your friends. I don't know why, for like fanboy types, I don't know why they always are so shocked that multi-billion-dollar company did something that's not really in my best interest. It's like, yeah, because they don't care. Like, yeah, okay. I don't understand why we're still getting surprised by this anymore. You know? It's just crazy to me. Oh man. I guess we should touch on the GTA stuff. Jacob, maybe you can clip this before we do the podcast, because we are doing the podcast with Jor today, so just buckle up for that. Maybe we clip this and we just say like the aftermath of the GTA 6 delay. That way we can still clip it, even though I talked about it this morning. I think that's a good way to do it, but let's try it. New segment. So yes, everybody, it's real, it's true, it's confirmed. GTA 6 delayed to next year, and we actually have a release date. You know, surprisingly enough, we didn't have a release date prior to this. We didn't. We had a release window, which was late 2025. Prior to that, it was early 2025. So it was kind of delayed, but not super publicly, into late 2025. And now it's been pushed from whatever that release date would have been, probably late October, early November. And it's been pushed to May 26th. Over a year away. Over a year. Some people are kind of getting sloppy with the language and being like, oh, so they delayed it a year. I don't think that's technically true. I think they technically delayed it about 6 months, maybe 7 months from when they were going to release it. But from today, yeah, it's over a year. So it's over a year away now. And, you know, there is to a certain extent a surprise to this, because it's like, oh, wow, really? After all this time, after all of this hype, they're just pushing it back. But as Joraptor tweeted out here, we have been here before. See y'all in October 2026. What's he referring to? This goes back to a super chat from one of you. Where is it? Eric gave $5 and said, is GTA just delayed because it's not finished? How can it not be finished after 12 years? Well, the thing is, for one, this has not been in development for 12 years, to be clear. They made Red Dead 2 in between these two games. So they most likely kicked off full development on this in like 2019. So it's been like 6 years, to be fair. But secondly, this has happened before. The initial dates for Red Dead 2, as Jor clipped here, were fall of 2017. And then it was delayed to spring of 2018. Similar to this delay from winter of 2025 into May of 26. And then you know what happened after that? It was delayed again into October of 2018. So a lot of people, are looking at this being like, okay, so GTA 6 is coming in October. Like, let's like just accept it now. And it's possible. It's very, very possible, because here's the deal. If you want Rockstar quality and polish, that takes time. It just does. But that's what it's one of the things that makes Rockstar games special, is that they are given that time and that ability to polish and refine everything they wanted to do. So they don't have to make concessions. They don't have to cut stuff out in order to get it across the finish line. You know, even we were just talking the other day about AC Shadows, how they had a ton of different stuff that they cut out of that game because they just had to get it out the door, because they weren't going to be given a delay. And then, you know, Outlaws flopped, and then that made Ubisoft go, oh my God, we need to delay. And so they delayed it and, you know, started seething about Expedition 33. But, you know, this is just what makes Rockstar special, is that they're given the ability to delay it and make it the way that they need it. So I would say if they do end up launching, like the initial delay of Red Dead 2, if they end up launching in May, sweet. If they need to push it to the fall of next year, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it. So long as what we get is Rockstar quality. But this is why they delay it like this. This is why they do it, because it takes that time. And at this point, you know, it's like they've been running a marathon and they are a mile from the finish line. This is not the time to to, you know, push yourself so hard that you dislocate your knee and like have to crawl across the finish line, busted and broken. This is the time where like we've done the vast majority of the work. Let's finish strong, but not go crazy. Let's not rush it. Let's not get sloppy. Let's do it, because again, GTA 6 represents a massive investment for Take-Two, and it's also not just investment, it's also massive stakes. Their entire company, people ask this all the time, if they're not overly familiar. Oh, this is funny. This is funny. People ask like, oh, so if I buy into GTA or Take-Two, the parent company of GTA, if I buy into them now and, you know, GTA 6 launches in a year or 6 months or whatever, and it does well, then my investment will go up. Not necessarily. Because at this point, the release of those games are built into the price. Every investor has already built into this stock price GTA 6's release. And they also built into the stock price up until about 4 hours ago, GTA 6 releasing this fiscal year, this financial year. But you know what has happened? Well, look what happened the moment that they announced it was delayed. Skadoosh. And it's because of the time value of money. They were expecting a big payday this fall, and now they've been told they need to wait another 6 months after that. And that makes a lot of investors frustrated and dissatisfied. And so they've decided to adjust their valuation. But that's why for Take-Two, like, this stock price is assuming everything that's currently like agreed upon about GTA 6 is true. Theoretically, if GTA 6 launches now in May or whenever, whatever, you know, this settles at 225, that's what they think the firm is worth per share if it performs the way they expect it to. If it overperforms, this goes up. If it underperforms, it goes down. But the expectations for GTA 6 are ungodly. I mean, talk about sky high, okay? So they have to live up to that standard. They have to do that. Take-Two boss Strauss Zelnick moves to reassure shareholders as stock falls on GTA 6 delay news, which, I mean, of course, they were going to have to do this. They were going to have to come out and explain it and kind of calm nerves a little bit. Zelnick himself commented saying, Take-Two backs Rockstar in its decision to delay GTA 6 and told shareholders the company expects to deliver a multi-year period of growth, which, if you want to know what gets investors hard, say multi-year period of growth. That gets them. Talk sweetly to me.
Jibik Sahu donated 10 pounds
Thank you, my
through
friend.
Super Chat. As someone who loved Odyssey, I find Shadows inferior. The open world is barely navigable if you go off-road. Side quests are copy-pasted. The story is meh and Nao's combat is repetitive. What am I missing?
Oh, I personally agree. I don't think you're missing anything. I agree. I personally like Odyssey more. So yeah.
RockHawk5
Cheers.
donated $10 through Super Chat. So Rockstar has had 6 uninterrupted years since RDR2 to work solely on GTA 6, and yet they still need an extra 6 months or so to finish it? I get their games are very good, but that is inexcusable.
I think it's just the reality of game development. You have to remember that games made in 2025 are already significantly more complex than they were in 2018. And certainly in 2018, way more complex and difficult to juggle than in 2013, and so on and so forth. So I think you get to the point where there's just a crazy amount of complexity, and also expectations are sky high. And we also don't know what's going on in the background. It's very possible that initially they were like 30 FPS, 1440p, we'll call it good. But maybe as they've been testing and as they've been polishing and getting the final visual, like bells and whistles added on, they're like, we think we could crank it to 60 if we really optimized it for like PS5 Pro, for example. So let's spend some extra time. Maybe they got a massive paycheck from Sony to do that. You just don't know. We don't know what we don't know, right? And in my experience, when developers say they need time, they actually need time. They actually do. It could be that maybe, you know, There was some mistake made that caused the delay to be needed or something. Who knows? But Rockstar are pros, and I don't think they've just been sitting on their hands for 6 years. I think they've been working their asses off, and they just honestly need more time. Because bear in mind, Red Dead 2 was phenomenal, and Red Dead 2 also required 2 delays before it went out. But it was worth it. It was worth it. So I think there's that to consider. Thank you for the 10 from both of you guys. That's fantastic. And Cameron, what do I think of the Expedition 33 movie adaptation? I don't know if it works as a movie. I would have expected a show. Like, I don't know if you can tell that story in a movie, at least not super well. Maybe like a 3-hour crazy film, but of course I'll watch it if it doesn't look terrible. But yeah, I'm surprised they didn't do a show. But yeah, maybe like maybe a trilogy or something. I don't know. But as you can see here, as I said, if you want to get investors rock hard, you tell them multi-year growth. Yeah, they love that. With GTA 6 and the guaranteed billions it was due to bring during the 2026 financial year now gone, what else does Take-Two have in store? Well, as well as owning Rockstar, Take-Two owns publisher 2K Games and 2K Sports. Gearbox's Borderlands 4 is due out in September. Mafia: The Old Country is also due out this year. Expect another lucrative NBA game from 2K Sports too. Looking further ahead. The next BioShock game is in development, as is the next game from Ken Levine, Judas. And what's interesting also, we just had a super chat mentioning AC Odyssey. Do you know the writer for Odyssey? Melissa McCobrey. Here you go. Let me pull up the LinkedIn. I hate pulling up LinkedIn because it's like the worst website on the planet. It's like Facebook if it was infected with every virus imaginable. But Mel McCobrey, and you can see, used to work at Quebec for 6 years, left in September of 2019 after AC Odyssey and after Immortals Phoenix Rising. And then moved to Cloud Chamber. Do you know what Cloud Chamber is working on? Do you know? Let me pull it up. Let me pull up their website. They are working on the next BioShock. Small world, huh? Small world. So they're working both in California and Quebec, and they're doing it at the same time. But the writers, one of the writers that worked on AC Odyssey, one of the lead writers, is now over there. And it's interesting to bring over somebody that previously had most of their experience in like big RPGs, now working on a BioShock game. So it makes me think that the BioShock game is maybe going to be a lot bigger and crazier than you'd expect. But as for exactly what this means, what this delay means, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if they kind of boop back Mafia maybe into that October time period, give it a little bit more time to shine. But I also think that this delay means that Judas, I previously thought Judas was maybe like May-ish, April, May of next year. Because bear in mind, they showed off Judas back, I think it was at this point like 9 months ago. Judas, it was like they went on the FPS podcast, I think. They also did an IGN thing where Jeff Keighley was just sitting there for some reason. It's just, I sat next to Jeff actually at the Bungie thing. It was funny. He's just he's very like he's just funny. He's just a funny guy. I don't even know how to explain it. He gives off the same energy as like a really excited 13-year-old who is in a candy store. It's just funny. Like he's just a funny guy. But this was what? 1 year ago, March of 2024. Over a year ago, they did this whole marketing campaign thing where they showcased the like new gameplay, where they did some podcast things and they talked about it, where they talked on the FPS podcast. This is the guy, Ryan McCaffrey, who is like the executive editor at IGN in charge of like reviews and stuff. So they did this whole rigmarole, this whole thing showing the game off, and then said nothing for over a year. I don't know why. Ken historically has needed lots of delays on his games. Bear in mind, his last game was BioShock Infinite. That was 2013. Okay, so he takes some time, but he's given it by Take-Two. So, or I guess rather 2K, but you know what I mean. So I think that the odds of maybe them having Judas, I mean, maybe that's the surprise thing for the fall. Maybe that slides into October, November. They just drop Judas before the holidays. That would be crazy, but it's not impossible now. Or Judas ends up sliding into early next year. Maybe it goes into late next year. But at some point, you'd think they'd be like, dude, you got to get your game out the door. And it looked pretty far along in this. And they also said that they let these people play it. So they let them actually try it for themselves. I mean, what they're showing here is not... Show me some gameplay. Show me gameplay. What they showed was not like super early footage either. Like it was pretty far along. So I figured that's got to be pretty close, right? It's got to be. But this GTA 6 delay now opens up a lot. It really does. It really, really does. So I think most likely what we see is come June, we're going to see a bunch of announcements for projects that are launching in that October to November window that previously was completely empty because everybody wanted to stay away from GTA 6. So I think you'll see an announcement of that Black Flag remake. I think you'll also hear an announcement of a couple surprises. I've heard some rumblings about them, and there's a potential that maybe some surprising stuff is revealed relatively soon that will slide into that time frame. But it's also possible that 2K and Take-Two themselves rearrange some of their releases. I don't think they moved Borderlands; they just moved that up, so I don't know why they would need to delay it again. Plus, it's like kind of a bad look to move your game forward by a week and a half only to delay it again. That would just be weird. So I think we probably see maybe Mafia leave that like late summer window and get booped back. That's possible. But time will tell. They have the option. They have the opportunity now because GTA was just like this black hole sucking all the energy up.
Syed Saeem donated 1,000 rupees through Super Chat.
Thank you, my friend.
I love you, Luke.
I love you too. Thank you for watching. Glad to have you. Thank you. It's very generous. That's wonderful. Yeah, the Elder Scrolls 6. No, I don't think we'll see Elder Scrolls 6 in November. Can you imagine if they're like, the next expansion for Starfield is the Elder Scrolls 6? Todd's done it again. Oh my God. What can't this guy do? Man. Hopefully this period helps the industry pop out quality. I was losing hope. I think, one theory I saw from an industry analyst that's not in the gaming sector. He covers like electronics. I forget what outlet he's with, but I saw it on Seeking Alpha. And he said that he suspects part of the consideration for the delay of GTA 6 was that they are anticipating GTA 6 needing to convert a lot of console sales in order to reach full profitability. In other words, the current install base and user base for PS5 and Xbox Series X and all those is not big enough to generate enough revenue for GTA 6 to be profitable. So they are anticipating needing to get a lot of converts from PS4 and Xbox One that haven't upgraded yet. And they need those people to buy PS5s, PS5 Pros, Xbox Series consoles, and all of that. And the reason why this guy's theory was part of the consideration is the delay gives them more time to make it better, blah, 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 of course. But also it gives more time for all of this tariff stuff to get sorted out, because if everything remains the same, untouched, ceteris paribus, as it's said in Latin, all else equal, it's likely that consoles by this fall to winter, around the original release date, could end up being $150 to $200 more expensive in the US compared to what they are even now, even after the price hikes from Xbox, okay? So you might be seeing, unless deals get sorted out, like consoles going for $750, $850, $900 come the fall and holiday season, if no trade deal is made. Now, a lot of investors think there will be a deal made because of various things that have happened today in the last few days. That's why the stock market is up right now. But if all that falls apart, then there could be a problem, if GTA is like, we need a lot of people to buy into this generation and they can't afford an $800 console right now. So we're just going to delay and buy some time. That might also be part of the consideration. Just to not even risk it. Which I thought was interesting because I hadn't heard that little fold, that little wrinkle explored. But I think that there actually is a part of that, a real piece of that to consider. I really do.
Syed
Yeah.
Saeem donated 1,000 rupees through Super Chat.
Thank you, my friend.
I love you, Luke.
Thank you. I love you too. You don't have to keep sending me these things to sweet talk me, baby. You don't have to do that. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. It's very kind of you. Yeah, you can sweet talk me for free, baby. Yeah. But all of this to say, I think the delay of GTA 6 makes sense from a lot of different angles, not just like concerns about hardware sales and converting those to new copies. Also just buying time and polish. Looking historically, like Joe Raptor clipped here, at the way they handled Red Dead 2, where they had to delay that twice, eventually landing a full year after the initial launch date. So I think all of this makes sense in all these different angles. But I think the funniest thing, as I alluded to in the video this morning, the funniest piece of this is that the Horizon Online multiplayer game was originally expected, and it's kind of been rumored, to land Q2 of 2026. That puts it sometime between like April and like end of June. They have the opportunity to release the Horizon Online game next to, once again, one of the biggest games of the decade. Horizon Zero Dawn, launched right next to Breath of the Wild and the launch of the Nintendo Switch. Oops. Ended up doing well. It didn't really affect it that much, but still it got kind of drowned out initially. The second game launched right next to Elden Ring. Oops. And now they have an opportunity to do something so freaking funny. And even Jor poked fun at them for this. Meeting happening inside Guerrilla Games right now to launch the Horizon Online project on May 19th. Right before GTA 6. I wouldn't put it past them, dude. Like, they have this weird thing where they just think that they have like the biggest thing ever. And everybody's like, no, Horizon's not bigger than GTA. And Herman's like, yes, it is. Shut up. He's fired. Get him out. Man, I kind of hope that happened. Wouldn't that be so freaking funny if that happened? Oh, dude, I would die. Mr. Steel, yo, kill. Thank you. 5 gifted memberships. That's tremendous. Thank you, my friend. Glad to have you. And welcome everybody who just got a membership. You can now join the Discord. You sure can. In case you're wondering how to do that, I'll post a little support link in chat right now. Right now. So that's a little support link from Discord showing you how to connect your YouTube or Twitch account so you can join us. Tagita, thank you also for subbing with Prime over on Twitch. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Luke, if prices do get that high on consoles, what reason would they have to not just jump to PC gaming? Just frankly, some people don't really like PC gaming. I know it's crazy for PC gamers to think, but some people, they just like playing games in their living room, sitting on their couch. That's how they do it. Or laying in bed with the TV on the wall. They don't like sitting at their desk playing. And that's just how it is, You can do that, to be fair, on PC as well, but there's a little more heavy lifting for sure. It's not as simple as just plugging in a console. So I think that there's that. And there's also, I think a lot of people have a misconception at how easy or difficult it is to build a PC and to get into it. A lot of people think it's really scary or intimidating when it's really not, but I think there's a
Brian
stigma.
La donated $10 through Super Chat. ILOVEEYOUUUI listen you while I sleep.
I love. That's funny. Thank you, Brian, for the 10. And you know what? Whatever you need to fall asleep, whether it's calming music or the sultry sound of my vocal chocolate dripping into your ears, I respect it. I respect it. I had an old coworker who said that he fell asleep and then woke up because he had left YouTube playing and it auto played onto one of my videos. So he woke up thinking I was in his apartment. That's funny. That was a little weird. Oh man. Yeah. Galtha, please stop that. Spicy meme disease. What a name. Thank you for the 5. Would the GTA delay work so PC release same type as console maximize and PC sales to the hype rather than waiting 6 months or whatever? No, I mean, historically they've needed an extra year to year and a half, and historically they haven't started on the PC thing until they launch the console version. So I don't think there's any chance that PC launches day one. Also, just because they're going to launch the online mode, and the PC online stuff is so bad. Like, if you've ever played or tried GTA on PC, good God almighty. Hackers galore. Like, it's so bad. It's so bad. So I think they take their time.
Syed Saeem donated 1,000 rupees through Super Chat. I love you, Luke. Infinite times X beyond infinite times. Also loving your anime show, Luke Toon Kids.
I'm not familiar with Luke Toon Kids. I'm not familiar. I'll have to Google it. Should I Google it? I probably shouldn't. Now that I think about it, I probably shouldn't. Thank you for the super chat again. Hold on, let me catch up on these real quick. Wool Gruff, thank you for the 5. Cried like a bitch in the first 40 minutes of Expedition 33. I don't normally like turn-based games, but I'm loving it. Thanks for the recommendation. Thank you for trying it. It's so good, dude. It is so good. Sir David, 4K, thank you for the 5. Happy Friday, let's go. By the way, Arc Raiders seems super fun. Rip Marathon. It is very good. And I think it just shows all the more that Marathon needs a delay, frankly. I think without a doubt it shows that. Applehead, thank you for that. €2 super chat. Is your Discord invite link invalid? I can't join. That link, wherever you're finding it, I'm not sure, is from the old server that has been retired effectively. So our new server is for members and Twitch subs only. Little exclusive, little way to give back to the people that support or get gifted a membership or a sub. And like I said, if you are a member and you want to do that, just go into your Discord settings, connections, connect your YouTube or Twitch account, and then you should see the server pop up under there. And then you can join. You know? It's easy peasy. That's why I don't play GT Online on PC, or if I play it on PC, I use private lobbies. Yeah, you pretty much have to use private lobbies. It's there was some like issue where they were able to get your IP address if you played in public lobbies, which just made it like they could just DDoS you. If you were a streamer, they could figure out where you live. It was like super toxic. So just don't do that. When in doubt, don't. Okay. Easy peasy. Okay. Okay, I'll wrap this up, Jacob, for you. So all of this to say, GTA 6 being delayed, I think it's generally a good thing. I'm not like bummed or sad about this, but you know, it's gonna make some room for other games. It's gonna let some other stuff take the spotlight later this year, and it just moves all the pressure onto the people that pushed into 2026 thinking they were escaping GTA 6 when in reality they ran right into its toothy maw. And now that's gonna be the topic for the first half of next year, is every game that's getting delayed and moved around to avoid GTA 6. So buckle up, buckaroo. It's gonna happen. End of segment. Let me catch up on super chats, and then we're gonna go do the podcast with Jor. Okay, we're running a little behind. I'm sorry. Let me check in with him. Okay, Let's see, where was I? Anti-Parzival, thank you for the 5. I feel that we're about to see a console subscription plan introduced like cell phones, especially if new. Oh, dude, do you not know? Do you not know? Where is it? You might not have known this. You can officially, through PlayStation, lease your console. It's only in select markets, but you lease your console. So you pay like £11 per month and you get a console.
2,379.
And after a certain period of time, they take it back.
Through Super Chat. So I seen your video about Expedition 33 saying it was a masterpiece, and before I got even a minute in I bought it and didn't sleep till I finished. Absolute a phenomenal game.
Yeah, dude. It's so good. Like, it's so good. I don't even know what to say. It is so good. I absolutely agree. I'm so glad that you enjoyed it. I'm so glad. And Loxy gifted 6 months of tier 1 subs to Ameliette 25 over on Twitch. That's fantastic. Ameliette said, "Hi Luke, love watching your channel and have for a little bit. I'm wanting to sub with my Prime, but can't seem to see that option. I've never subbed before, so I don't know if that's a reason. Bada bing, bada boom, Loxy's gotcha." Ooh, baby. Thank you, Loxy. That was very generous. And welcome, Ameliette. Now you are a Twitch sub for 6 freaking months. So now you get to join the Discord. Bam. I was going to say boom and then bam, and so it's just bow. It's bad, man. Okay. Jor is ready and waiting. Let me finish reading these and then we'll go. How good will Tides of Annihilation be? I think it'll be good, but there's gonna be some weird like clunkiness with it, like the monkey game, Black Myth Wukong. It'll be like that. So probably like a solid high 80s, mid to high 80s, I'm guessing. Presentation will be crazy though. Cured Madness, I think Rockstar accidentally made a good online mode for GTA 5 because they gave up with Red Dead 2 after they tried to over monetize it. I doubt GTA 6 online. Yeah, I'm also skeptical of it, but we'll see. I think it starts really bad, but it'll eventually get good, would be my guess. Judson, thank you for the 5. Splitgate 2 having an open beta on 5/22 until the game launch. Progression won't carry over, but cosmetics will to full release. Oh, interesting. Splitgate. Gotta keep an eye on that. Joey, also thank you for the membership. And to finish us out before the podcast, Ricadius.
Ricadius donated $9.99 through Super Chat. Probably optimizing a Switch 2 version. You think I'm joking, but they already have to tune down for Series S. What's a few more notches down for the follow-up to the most popular console in 2 decades?
I just honestly don't know if the CPU on the Switch 2 is capable of handling it. Because I honestly don't know how the CPU of the Switch 2 compares to the CPU of the Series S. But if it's close,
Kane
then maybe.
donated $10 through Super Chat. What up, Luke? Any
up?
plans on playing Days Gone Remaster? Bummer it got buried beneath all the other releases.
It did, but it's also kind of their own damn fault because they put it there and it also just doesn't look that significantly overhauled. I might eventually get around to it, but as of right now, it's not really high on my priority list. I have other things I'm busy with, so maybe eventually. I just put in YouTube chat the link to the other event for the podcast. Click that link, head over there to join us with Joraptor on the podcast. If you're on Twitch, you can stay where you are. The stream will drop for a few minutes and then it'll come back up with Jor. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, okay? You guys are crazy. Generous. Thank you so much for all of the crazy membership, super chats, Twitch subs. You guys are phenomenal, and I don't deserve you guys. You're crazy. And if you got a membership, make sure to pop over to the Discord and join us, okay? Do it. Also, that's all. That's all. Okay, click the link. Click the link. It's in chat, okay? Join us over there. We'll end this stream. We'll pop up back up over there, okay? Much love. Bye.